Hi guys, Lauren here and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about things that I wish I'd known before I had kids. So a bit of a why did nobody tell me kind of video. And there are quite a few, such as the fact that due dates are pretty much a guesstimate and you know you can be quite a few weeks before or after that, as I was after, and that I wish I knew more about episiotomies, and I also wish I knew more about the fact that sleep deprivation is so horrendous. I mean, I know people said it was bad, but I don't think I realised just how awful it is and how long it can go on for. I'm now over a year, so yeah. But I'm not going to go into all of those because I'm talking about one specific thing that I wish I had known today. And why did nobody tell me about leaky boobs? I obviously knew before having kids that you produce milk, that your boobs got bigger, and that you know you might need to wear breast pads. I'd gone and bought those in my hospital bag, so I had those. I thought I was well prepared, you know, these things here, breast pads that go like there. But then shortly after using them, you soon realise that actually these tend to slide down here in the bottom of your bra. I still used them, they still helped a bit, but don't think that because you got one of these that you're gonna avoid having milk all over your top, because oh my word, I really suffered badly with what I'm gonna call leaky boob syndrome. Yes, I had lots of embarrassing experiences where I basically had Niagara Falls running down my top. So I thought I would tell you some of my embarrassing leaky boob stories, and please feel free to share some of yours below because I'd love to hear those too. But yeah, the first sort of time I really realised about just how, I guess, embarrassing leaky boobs can be was when my first daughter, Sophia, she was only 2 weeks old. It was the first time I'd gone out in public. We just went into town. I went to a coffee shop, and of course Sophia was needing a feed, and I was wearing this little summery dress that didn't really come down very easily. It had no give here, it was quite tight here, and I had no way of getting to my boob, and it was a dress, so it wasn't like I could lift it up. I literally was like, what do I do? So I just had to get my boob out basically. But when I did that, I realised that milk doesn't just like drip out of you. No, it can literally fire out of you like ping. So milk literally went zoom out of my boobs. So that was kind of my first experience of leaky boobs and sort of like firing boobs, boobs that just go psh, or spraying boobs. So that was one embarrassing encounter. And then I remember a couple of months later, so Sophia was 2 months old, we went on holiday to Santorini in Greece. If you go on holiday when you're breastfeeding, certainly in the early stages, the heat makes you literally just leak boobs and it just runs down you, and you're in a bikini, so there's nowhere for it to hide. And something that makes it even worse is a massage. Breastfeeding, heat and a massage, not a good combination, but I didn't realise this, so I had a massage, and yes, oh my word, was there milk flowing everywhere. Now luckily the masseur or masseuse, I don't know what you call a female one, but she was female and she was also a mum, so she was really like, oh don't worry, so she made me feel really comfortable. But I was just like, oh, this is embarrassing. I didn't realise just how much milk you lose everywhere. So yeah, that was another slightly embarrassing breastfeeding story. So a warning, if you're going on holiday when you're breastfeeding, just, you know, maybe wear extra breast pads or get a really absorbent bikini, or yeah, just be prepared. Now my third embarrassing sort of breastfeeding stroke leaky boob story. To be honest, I have many stories, but I'll not bore you with them all. But yeah, the third one then was actually with Sienna, and she was about 5 months old. You would have thought maybe that it would have calmed down the leaky boobs by then, but apparently not. So I went to a friend's barbecue, and I didn't know many people there. So I was just chatting to a lot of sort of people, getting to know them and all of that. And then I went to the toilet only to see that I had literally rings of milk, or like wet, all around my nips. I was literally like, oh my goodness, I've been chatting to all these people with these massive wet circles on my top, and I didn't know how long they'd been there, so I was literally like, I've been chatting to people for hours, how long has this been happening? Luckily I had a little denim jacket on me, and it was quite a hot day, but I was like, I don't care, I'm just wearing it. But yeah, that was another time that I had leaky boobs. So just a word of warning to anyone who hasn't had a baby and who's planning on breastfeeding, just be prepared. I mean, it is worth getting these things. This one I think is like a curved one, which I find a little bit better. They tended to stay in place a little bit better. Yeah, be prepared. Make sure you change these quite a lot, because you might need to. Be careful in the heat if you're going on holiday, and yeah, make sure as well, maybe spare tops, you might need them if you're out and about. So those are some of my stories. I have many more, as I said, including ones that aren't really about leaky boobs, but just answering the door to the postman with my boob, like right there, because you know, you're feeding and the doorbell goes and you run to the door, totally forgetting that your boob's just hanging out, and then you're like, hello postman, and you wonder why he looks at you weirdly for the rest of the time that you see him. So yeah, those are some of my stories. Please leave any of your leaky boob stories, or just, you know, embarrassing booby breastfeeding, milk going everywhere kind of stories below, because I'd love to know that I'm not alone. I don't know whether it was just because I had, you know, a lot of milk and had quite a big supply, or whether it is normal for everyone else. Please let me know. So yeah, that's something I wish I'd known. Also, maybe leave any other things that you wish you'd known before you had kids. And I will be back very soon. If you like this video, please like, and I'd love it if you could subscribe. I don't always chat about boobs. Honestly, it's not always embarrassing boob stories. And yeah, I will be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.